22-year-old Jasmine Pace was found in a suitcase wrapped in garbage bags with 60 stab wounds on her body. Took a while for her family to find her, and police were able to trace their way to Chen, someone that she had just recently started dating. And in his trial, his defense team said that, there was an incident, a fight, and Jasmine attacked him, and this was a voluntary manslaughter, and the jury didn't buy it. They found him guilty of first-degree murder. And so we want to show you what you didn't get to see over the weekend before we go in live for his sentencing this morning. So let's take a listen together to some of the closing arguments, and then you'll see the verdict.
Do you swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, help you God?
I do.
All right, Jason. You have the choice today of whether to testify or not testify. Is after talking with your attorney and you're going through your own thoughts, what is your decision of whether or not you want to testify?
Not to testify.
You choose not to testify?
Yes, sir.
Have you had enough time to consult with me, talk about whether or not, go over the benefits and detriments of testifying?
Yes.
Okay. Are you deciding not to testify on your own volition?
Yes.
And that's what your personal decision is?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Weiss. Any more witnesses for the defense?
The defense rests.
State calling your rebuttal witnesses.
No, Your Honor.
What's in the bag? Jasmine Pace. The court has instructed you on the law. And this case really boils down to premeditation. Then at 2:11 a.m., the defense called a witness whose name is Courtney Paglino Brewer. She was awoken by a scream. Lasted several seconds, she described. She heard footsteps chasing away from the bedroom towards the front door. She heard a female voice that she described as sad but assertive. The tail end of an argument is what was said. And then she hears the front door slam to Mr. Chen's apartment, not the interior door. She told you she knows what the interior door sounds like. She knows what the front doors to the apartment sound like when they slam shut. And it was the front door to the apartment. She hears sounds of walking, but what's very important is she doesn't hear glass breaking, bottles hitting the floor, nothing. 2:15 a.m., Miss Katrina Pace sends a pin of her last location to her mother. Miss Jasmine Pace sends it to Katrina. Now, there's two options, sure. But circumstantially, we know that it's Jasmine that sent that message, because there's only two options. It's either Miss Jasmine Pace in a cry for help, letting her family know where she is, or it's Mr. Jason Chen using the phone, sending a message to Katrina Pace, Jasmine's mom. For what purpose? To get caught? We know he doesn't want that to happen, based on everything else that we see after. We next move forward to 4:04 a.m., about 1 3/4 hours or 1 hour and 45 minutes after the murder. And what starts happening? Jasmine Pace is dead, but her phone starts springing to life. Exhibit 126 shows at 4:04 through 4:28 a series of messages. Mr. Chen then selects various items while he's shopping in the Walmart, but not before he sends this. Good morning. Slept like baby. Made myself a matcha. In an attempt to create an alibi, he's not there. He's somewhere else. You must ask yourselves, is that a sick joke? Slept like baby? Sent to the person that you just stabbed 60 times? Is that the conduct of somebody who doesn't know what they're doing? They're just frantic? Or is it methodical? Does it show a desire in their mind to try to divert attention away from themselves? We can see him in his disguise, hood up, blue surgical mask, driving Jasmine Pace's car. He does drop it off at 900 Mountain Creek Road. You've seen that happen. You've then also seen the ride share come and pick him up 9 minutes, 8 minutes after 8:41 p.m. Everything he does is calm, it's collected, and most importantly, it's rational. Everything he does is to a point, and that's to escape capture. Everything he does leading up to the attack by shackling and restraining Jasmine Pace is to make it easier to accomplish the act itself. That is premeditation. It doesn't matter that he didn't have it written down on some sheet of paper. Today will be the day that I kill Jasmine Pace. All that matters is he took steps to commit the murder. He committed the murder. And during the commission of the murder, you mean to tell me that during any one of those 60 stabs, he never once thought I should stop? No. Like the car approaching the yellow light, it was hammered down. Keep going.
Jason Chen and Jasmine Pace have been in a relationship on and off, as you heard testimony, for about a year. On November 22nd, just before midnight, Jasmine Pace came to Jason Chen's home at 110 Tremont Street, apartment 210. It's undisputed. What happens between 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock? She had proof of it. It showed that he wasn't acting rational. Rational people don't shackle individuals and put them in garbage bags. They don't shackle the individual, put them in the garbage bag, and put them in a suitcase. Jasmine is angry. Jason, we don't hear that Jason's yelling back or that Jason's screaming at her when you're in the jury room and you are looking through these instructions. It will be important for you to remember it is the state's burden to prove each of those elements beyond a reasonable doubt. First-degree murder requires premeditation, as you saw in that first slide. The state has to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, and it has not been proven. You will not find first-degree murder. In reviewing this evidence, we ask you to return a verdict of voluntary manslaughter as to Jason Chen.
Juror 15, if you could stand and read the verdict. Chen, stand and return. Start with respect to...
With respect to count 1 of presentment 315-228, we, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Chen, guilty of first-degree premeditated murder.
This is an emotional verdict, and everyone needs to maintain decorum, please. All right, sir, read count 2.
With respect to count 2 of presentment 315-228, we, the jury, find the defendant, Jason Chen, guilty of abuse of the corpse.
All right, rest of the jurors, if this is your individual verdict, please so indicate by raising your right hand. Record reflect all right hands are raised. Maybe seated, sir. Maybe seated, Mr. Chen.